Morning again, guys. Morning. Okay, good. You all are awake. Does anybody remember the name of the story that we're going to be reading today? No, that's the name of the main character. That's right, how stories came to Earth. So let's get right into it. How stories came to Earth. Long ago lived the first spider, Anansi. He traveled throughout the world. At that time, there weren't any stories to be told on the earth. The sky god, Niam, kept them all in a box. The spider wanted these so he could know the beginning and endings of things. So Anansi climbed up his web to Niam to ask for the stories. Anansi wanted to know the price of the stories. Niam said that he had to capture Onini, the python, Osebo, the leopard, Mboro, the hornets, and Emoesha, the fairy. Then he had to bring them to Niam. He left, returning home to his wife, Eso, asking her how to capture Omini. She told him to cut off a branch of the palm tree and cut some string creeper. Anybody know what string creeper is? You ever saw those like long strings hanging on a tall tree, coming down like roots? Anansi went to the stream carrying the materials, and he said to Onini that the branch is longer than he is. Remember I told you, it's those long, like, they look like a snake. I remember python is what kind of animal? A snake. Onini objected, saying to lay the branch next to him. Anansi did so and saw the snake stretch himself right out alongside it. Anansi then bound the python to the branch with the string creeper and wound it over and over. So he put the snake along a branch to see which one was longer. And then when the snake stretched out, he took the string creeper and he started the rope and he tied the snake to the branch. Then he took Onini to Niam. Niam said, "There remains what still remains." Remember that? There remains what still remains. Anansi came back to Eso and asked how to capture Osebo. You all remember who Osebo was? Osebo was a leopard. And does anybody know what a leopard looks like? That's right, yellowish with black spots. So Eso told him to go dig a large hole. Anansi then followed the leopard tracks and dug a deep hole. He covered it over with the branches of trees and came home. Returning the next morning, he found the leopard lying in the pit. Anansi said to Osebo that he would help him up. Osebo put his paws up on the sticks that Anansi had placed over the pit and began to climb up. Anansi then hit him over the head with a wooden knife, and Osebo fell back into the pit. Anansi, spinning the leopard to the sticks, or tying him to the sticks with a string, he then took him back to Niam, who said, "What remains still remains." So you understand how he caught the leopard? He dug a hole and he put some bushes and things over it, because he knew where the leopard was walking, so that when the leopard walked on them, he fell straight through the hole. Emoboro, do you remember who Emoboro was? Anybody? Remember, Nancy's supposed to be catching a number of animals. So Emoboro was anybody remember? The hornets. You know what a hornet is? A hornet is like a bee. It's like a big bee. So Emoboro was next. Asa said to look for an empty gourd and fill it with water. Anansi did, then went walking through the bushes until he saw a swarm of hornets. Remember, hornets are like a swarm of bees hanging there in the tree. He poured out some of the water and sprinkled it all over their nest. Cutting a leaf from a nearby banana tree, he held it up and covered his head. You know why he covered his head? Why? That's right, he didn't want to get stung by the hornets. He poured the rest of the water from the gourd all over himself. He then said to the hornets that it was raining and that their wings would get wet. The hornets flew into the gourd, thanking him. Anansi stopped at the mouth of the gourd, tying it to his web. He brought it to Niam and went on to capture the fairy that was never seen. Asa told him what to do. He carved an Akua's child, a wooden doll, with a black flat face and covered it with sticky fluid from a tree. He then found an odum tree where the fairies played. Anybody ever see a fairy? No? Nobody knows what a fairy looks like? Not even in a picture on TV? What a fairy looks like? Like what? That's right. And how big is a fairy? Right. It's normally a tiny little creature. He made ego, pounded yams, and put some of the doll's hand and at its feet. Anansi hid in the bushes with a vine creeper in his hands, tied to the doll's neck. The fairies asked if they could have some of the food, and Anansi nodded his head, saying yes. When they thanked the doll didn't reply, and the fairies became angry. So you understand what he was doing? He made a doll and put food in the doll's hand so that the fairies would go to the doll for the food. One fairy slapped the doll across the face because they said thank you to the doll, but the doll didn't answer. So they got upset, and one fairy slapped the doll across the face. And her hand stuck there, because remember he put the sticky substance from the tree on the doll's face. So when the fairy hit him, the hand stuck. They tried to take it off with the other hand and with their feet, then with their stomach. She was completely stuck by now. Anansi took her to Niam, then tied all 4 animals. Anybody remember what the 4 animals were? The fairy, the leopard, a snake or python, and the hornets. That's right. Anansi took her to Niam, then tied all 4 animals together. Niam then gave Anansi the box of stories. They still tell their stories everywhere you look, as they spin their webs for all to see. No, the moral of the story, to believe in yourself and that you can do anything if you set your mind to it. Do you know what when somebody asks you about the moral of the story, do you know what the moral is? What's the moral? I can't hear you. Wait, you could take off your mask a little bit. That's right. The moral is the lesson that you learn from the story. And in this story, I'll read it again for you. The moral is to believe in yourself and that you can do anything if you set your mind to it. Now, do you understand why that is the moral of the story? That is the moral because when Anansi went to Niam, the sky god, to ask for the box of stories, Niam asked him to bring back 4 very different animals. 4 animals that were very hard to catch. I remember at first he didn't know what he was going to do. But he went and he spoke to his wife, and she helped him, and he was determined to go and collect all 4 animals. So he put his mind to it. They came up with different ways to collect each animal, and he was able to achieve that. So that is why the moral is to believe in yourself. He believed in himself that I can do this. And he put his mind to it. And anything you put your mind to, you can do. So that is the story of how stories came to Earth. Anybody has any questions? No? You all really are smart. Okay, let me test you. Anybody remember the name of the sky god? Niam. And the names are kind of funny because they're African. Does anybody remember the name of the python snake? Onini. Onini. And does anybody remember the name of the hornet? Emoboro. And the fairy? I know, I can't remember the names either because they're hard for me to call. The name of the fairy was Emoatia. And does anybody remember the name of the leopard? Osebo. And I know you know the answer to this one. What was the name of the spider? Nancy. Oh, everybody remembers that. And Nancy was the name of the spider. All right, guys. Well, that is how stories came to Earth. Thank you for listening and reading with me and for being such smart kids. You all really knew all the questions that I asked, except for the names. But I didn't know the names either, so that's okay. All right? So, clap, give yourselves a clap. And I hope you all will invite me back to read with you again, will you? Did I read well? Even though I didn't know the names? All right, guys. Thank you. I have another story unless you don't like any stories? No stories at all? You must like some kind of story. What do you like to do? What's that? I can't hear you. You like games? What kind of games? Yeah, but what's your favorite game? What? I can't hear you. You don't know? What game you played this morning? That's the last game that you played. I'm not here. Free Fire? And what's that about? Is it a football game? What kind of game is it? Multi-gear, but what are you doing it? You don't know what game you play? Who likes stories? What kind of stories do you like? What's that?
There's a story called Treasure Planet.
Treasure Planet. And what's that about?
Who hid all his treasure on a different planet.
Okay, a pirate hid all his treasure on a different planet? And does that story have a moral? Or it's just a story? No, maybe the moral is if you like something, if you really like something like a treasure and you treat it like a treasure, you have to take care of it and keep it somewhere safe, like on another planet. Oh, you didn't think about that, eh? What kind of story do you like? Yeah, you can pull on the mask a little bit. New Goosebumps. Oh, Goosebumps. Goosebumps still around? Goosebumps around when I was a little child. What's your favorite one? Too many to remember? But Goosebumps are like scary stories, right? So you like scary stories. Anybody else like scary stories? And scary movies?
Scary movies can't scare me.
No? You don't get nightmares?
I ever get nightmares.
You get nightmares? From what kind of story? What kind of a movie?
Chucky movie.
What's that?
A Chucky movie.
Chucky? You too young for Chucky?
Until somebody leave me.
But you too young for Chucky. You should get nightmares. Big people get nightmares from Chucky. What kind of stories do you like? No kind of story? You like movies? Well, movies a story. What kind of movies you like? What? Adventures. Well, that's a story. What kind of stories do you like? I mean, you like a lot of like Disney stories, no? Fantasy like, with fairies and, like what kind of characters in your fantasy stories? Trolls. Okay. And what kind of story do you like? What kind of stories? Oh, you don't know yet? Okay, that's fine. Maybe you like a lot of different kinds of stories. And what about you? Diary of... Oh, I actually know that one. And why you like those stories? Oh, so you like comedy, you like funny stories. So you see how different people like different types of stories. Some people like comedy and funny stories. Some people like scary stories like Chucky. Some people like adventures and some people like fantasy. And it shows that everybody likes different things and everybody's different. But at the same time, everybody is the same. And not everybody can like, although we're all one and we're all very similar, not everybody can be the same. And even though one person might like a scary movie and one might like a fantasy, it doesn't mean that they're any better or any worse. And you should accept that because we all like different things. What kind of stories do you like? You like all the stories? Once it doesn't interest you? Oh, okay. And what kind of story do you like? Or you prefer movies? You prefer movies? What movie? What's your favorite movie? Pull on the mask, could you? What's that? Okay. I didn't hear that. What? Oh, okay. And what is that about? A big creature. Okay. A creature like an animal or like a monster? Like a dinosaur. Okay. And in the story that we read with Nancy, which one of the animals most resembles or is most like a dinosaur? That's right, a python. Because a python is a reptile. And dinosaurs were reptiles. What's that? That's right, they were big. Well, some of them were big and some were small. And some would walk and some would swim and some would fly. Some are long and some are short, that's right. Some had very tiny hands and big feet. What's that? Some of them lazy. Okay. That's right, and big teeth and claws. That's right. Do you all know the names of the different types of dinosaurs? Right. What? What's that? That's right. Go ahead, tell me. Well, y'all know more than me know. I only know Tyrannosaurus, Stegosaurus, and what's the one that flies? Pterodactyl. You see, y'all know more than me. I can't even remember them. And what kind of animals do you like? Anaconda. You like snakes, eh? What kind of animals do you like? Pull on the mask a little. Or you like, oh, and what's your favorite animal? What's that? Dogs? You have a dog? No? You're getting a dog? Yeah. And if you get a dog, what are you going to name the dog? What would you name the dog when you get it? What you said? Oh, okay. You're still thinking about it. So what other animals do you guys like?
Cheetah.
Why you like a cheetah?
Cheetah that big cat.
That's right. But why do you like a cheetah? Oh, you don't know yet? And why do you like fish?
Because as soon as they get big, you can eat them.
What about pet fish? You didn't eat pet fish as well?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It gets big, you can eat it. And you don't have any money, well, you might as well eat some meat with your life.
No, you're thinking. I like the way you're thinking. What kind of animals do you like?
Dogs.
You like dogs too? Do you have dogs?
Yeah, but
8 dogs? What kind of dogs?
I don't need no how much dogs in different kinds.
You remember the names of the 8 dogs?
I know one. One is a chihuahua.
Oh, you know that one? So what do you call the other 7 dogs? Dog 1, dog 2, dog 3? Oh, okay. What kind of animals do you like? You must know. You don't know what stories you like. You don't know what animals you like. You must know. Do you like horses? You don't like any kind of animals at all? You don't like chickens? But you like to eat chickens? So you like chickens? Only to eat. And what kind of animals do you like?
Black panther.
No, why do you like a black panther?
Got your claws, anything.
But cats have claws.
Yeah, they camouflage.
And dogs have claws. No, dogs have paws.
Sometimes they have black jaguars, too. Black jaguars can be real.
Yes, and let me see. Do you know where black jaguars live?
No, Africa.
No.
South America.
That's right. Who said South America? That's right, South America. You get jaguars in South America, and you get panthers in. Somebody said it. Where do you find panthers? That's right, Africa. And jaguars tend to be in the jungle.
How about Asia?
Asia has leopards and tigers.
Oh, any cat could be big or small or normal.
What's that?
Cats could be big, medium, or normal.
That's right.
Or stone.
But do you know where the closest jungle to St. Kitts is? I'm going into geography now. The closest jungles,
South America and Guyana.
That's right, Guyana in South America. And do you know the name of the jungle? What's the name of? That's right, the Amazon jungle or rainforest, but it's a jungle. You know that jungle too? And that's where you go and you find jaguars and snakes and what? Crabs, yeah, on the riverbanks you'll find crabs and fish.
But you can find a king cobra.
A king cobra?
Yeah, the venomous.
Not in the jungle. You find king cobras close to the desert.
Yes, but they're venomous.
That's right. That's right.
Yeah, so if you want to go venomous.
And so you find king cobras in the desert. Do you know where in the world would you find deserts? Tell me. In Africa, that's right. And do you know the name of the big desert in Africa? That's right, the Sahara. Any other animals you find around the desert? Camels, scorpions,
Spiders.
coyotes, yes. Centipedes. You find centipedes in St. Kitts. That's right. I would think you could find spiders in the desert too. But you know what? I once ate a scorpion. I ate one once. It wasn't nice at all. Like popcorn? It kind of felt like popcorn, but it didn't taste anything like popcorn. It tastes very gooey. What's that? Yeah. So what? You saw somebody eat a whole lobster? And black. Lobster's not black. White and black? That means they burnt it when they were cooking it. A stingray?
Yeah, but they have things on the tail.
Yeah, that's right.
And electric.
So I have been able to travel all around the world, and in traveling around the world, I've eaten a lot of very strange animals. I've had snake. I ate a cobra snake. Yeah.
Oh my God, go with venomous.
I ate a cobra snake in Taiwan.
Oh my God.
You know where Taiwan is? It's close to China. And I ate the scorpion in Mexico. You know where Mexico is? Central America, that's right. I ate shark right here in St. Kitts. And you know what I ate once in Trinidad? Horse. I ate horse. I ate a horse because I'd never eaten a horse and they had it. Somebody cooked a horse. So I wanted to taste it. Yes. I've eaten whale before, yes.
What about a sperm whale?
I don't think it was a sperm whale. And let me see. When I was in Dominica, I ate, I'm sure the parents know what I'm going to say. When I was in Dominica, I ate mountain chicken or crapper. It's like a frog. It's like a frog. And what's that? No. And one time when I was in St. Thomas, I ate iguana. You know what iguana is? That's right. And when I went to Montserrat, I went to Montserrat once and I ate a goatee. You know what's a goatee? You know what's a goatee? A goatee is like a big rodent, like a rat. Like a big rat like that. I don't know, it was all cooked up in one pot, so I don't know which part. But I suspect maybe it was like the legs and the back, I don't know. Y'all believe me? You don't believe me? Suppose I was to show you a picture. Would you believe me then? You want me to show you a picture? Okay, I'll show you a picture on my phone of some of the animals when we're preparing them to eat. And what strange animals do they eat in St. Kitts? Monkeys. Anybody here ever ate monkey in St. Kitts? You ate monkey? And how did it taste? It tasted nice.
And pig.
That's right. So, let me see. I have a picture somewhere here. Oh, here it is. I'm going to show you a picture of... I have had rabbit before. I'm just looking for the picture now. Okay, come close, you see. What does that look like? That's the iguana. That's right. That's the iguana. And that is the agouti. But you can't eat the head. And that's a rabbit. You look like chicken? You look like chicken? The mommy and daddy cooking, that's how the chicken looks?
Yeah.
And what's that?
A pig.
A pig. Yeah, that's a wild pig.
You could get each one from them.
Nah. So you see, different people in different countries around the world eat different foods. And so, I don't have the scorpion, I don't have the picture of the scorpion. But different people live in different parts of the world and they like different stories and they eat different foods. And they are very different, but at the same time, we are all the same. We are all one people. And what do you call all of us? We're not animals, we are humans. That's right. And humans look very different, but at the end of the day, we're all humans and we're all the same. So we have to respect each other, and we should like each other and be nice to each other, regardless of where we come from, regardless of how we look, regardless of what animals we like to eat, regardless of what stories we like and what movies we like. We have to respect that and be nice to everybody. You're making up now. You're making up now. Yes. I caught a shark once. It was a small bull shark. I haven't eaten one, but I've seen one. I've seen one, I've eaten one, I've seen one. You know they have all those sharks in the water here in St. Kitts and Nevis? You had a great white yesterday? So it wasn't too great then? How did it taste? Okay, alright, so we're talking foods now. What's your favorite food? What's your favorite food? What's that? Donuts? That's your favorite food? What's your favorite food? Chicken. What about you? KFC? KFC's food? What's your favorite thing from KFC? What's that? Which one? Which chicken? Spicy, barbecue, regular? And what's your favorite food? You like pineapples? What do you like pineapples? Oh, okay. Let me see now. Because you don't remember anything. What's your favorite food? Oh, you like burgers? What kind of burgers? Hamburger, fish burger, chicken burger, turkey burger? Which one? Chicken burgers? And what do you like in your burgers? Lettuce, tomato, onions. No vegetables? So just the bread and the burger? What you put in it? Mayonnaise and ketchup. No mustard. Okay. And what's your favorite food? Chicken. Fried chicken. And what about you? What's your favorite food? You like a lot of different things. You must eat a lot of food. How you eat so much food and you're still so skinny? Oh, you exercise. Okay. So what is? Hello. Hello. You're like talking about food. And what's your favorite food? You like shark? You had shark before yesterday? Okay. And what's your favorite food? Okay. What was your favorite food before yesterday? Okay. What's your favorite food? Chicken wings. What's your favorite food? Bull? Bull how? Bull how? Like bull foot? Like soup? Like what? Like beef? Like a cow? Okay. And what's your favorite food? Ramen. You like noodles? Which flavor? Any particular flavor you like? Huh? Any particular? I can't hear you with the mask on. The chicken flavor. And what's your favorite food? Yes, you. Pizza. What kind of pizza? Pepperoni? Nothing else? Extra cheese? No? Yes? What's that?
Shark fin soup.
Yes, that's a dish. Shark fin soup. And is that everybody?
The most dangerous sharks in the world. Tiger sharks, bull sharks, anything. Any shark could be dangerous? No.
All sharks can be dangerous. All sharks can be dangerous. So everybody, but most people like chicken.
I like fried chicken.
How you like your chicken? How you like your chicken wings? Baked or fried? You like barbecue? Oh, so it has to be well cooked. And you like a lot of sauce on your barbecue chicken or just plain? Okay. Okay. So what's so funny? What's so funny? Tell me the joke. What's the joke? So, okay, so turtles. Let's talk about turtles. Do they have any turtles in St. Kitts? Yes? No, they're dead? They have, does anybody know the name of the type of turtles that they have in St. Kitts? Hold on. Leatherback. I can't hear you with your mask on. Oh, what turtle?
Sea turtles.
Yes, we know sea turtles, but what kinds of sea turtles? A leatherback? Hawksbill. Uh-huh. I think we have some greenbacks as well. I think they're called greenbacks. Right. Greenbacks. Turtles are very slow. And do you know why turtles come to St. Kitts? That's right, to lay their eggs on the sand. Now let me see, do you know some of the favorite beaches that the turtles like to go to lay their eggs? Cockle-shell sometimes, yes. But any other, no, we're talking about turtles, you're going too fast. Any other beaches, you know, where turtles go to lay their eggs? No, not Sandy Point Beach. Sandy Bank Beach, there's a beach on the Southeast Peninsula called Sandy Bank Beach. That's a favorite spot. And, excuse me, and they like to go over to Keys. You know where Keys is? Connery and Keys, they like to go over there to lay the eggs. And they lay thousands and thousands of eggs at the same time. And then all the baby, and then when they hatch, all the water comes up and all the babies run into the sea. But the problem is, very few of them actually stay alive. Well, pollution is one reason why, but also because, you know, they have these big brown birds that they fly around. What are those called? Pelicans. Pelicans and other birds like to swoop down and pick up the babies before they get into the water. And then other creatures come and eat them before. But once they get into the water, they swim fast. And so they can get away. No, but if the turtle is small and the bird is big, it could eat it. And so that is why, and because of pollution, and because human beings like us go and we eat more turtles than turtles can be born, the turtles are now becoming endangered. You know what that means? What does that mean? Hold on. What does that mean? They're going extinct, that's right. If we continue and we don't protect the turtles, then there'll be no more turtles. And they'll be like dinosaurs, they'll be gone, they'll be extinct like dinosaurs. That's right, they used to be around then. That's right, but the rate we're going, if we don't protect the turtles, then they're going to go extinct like the dinosaurs. You have a question?
Yeah, I know what exactly killed the dinosaurs.
You were there? All right, but we're on the turtles still. So, do you know some of the things that they do? Some of the things that we do to protect turtles? By stop polluting so much. What else? What's that? I can't hear you. Oh, stop this. Right, stop. But yes, by protecting their homes, by not littering the beaches. And one of the things that they did as well is, in some countries, you're not allowed to catch the turtles and eat them. They have a ban on that, so you're not supposed to catch turtles and eat them. And you could get arrested. And the most recent thing, does anybody know the most recent thing that was done in St. Kitts and Nevis to protect turtles? They put special lights on the lampposts. So if you drive in the Keys area, who knows where Keys is, by the way? Where's Keys? What's that? Where in St. Kitts is Keys? Tell me. Wait, pull on the mask. Okay, you're going in the right direction. You know where you're going. Where's Keys? It's close to Connery. So after Connery, who knows where the airport is? Okay, so everybody knows where the airport is. So if you're going in that direction, after the airport is Connery, and then Canada. Canada Estate, not Canada the country, and then you get to Keys. And when you drive over in the Keys area, they have different lights on the on different colored lights on the lamppost over there.
Yeah, red, orange, and green.
No. No, those are the street lights. They're not talking about street lights. They're talking about lampposts along the streets. And they have a special color. I think it's almost like a reddish deep color, if I remember correctly. Right, it's like an amber color. And that is to stop the turtles from coming up onto the street. So what happens is, the turtles come up to the beach by following the moon. And so when they see the street lights, they think it's the moon. And they tend to come up on the streets. And then people drive over them and people go and capture them and that kind of thing. So to protect the turtles and to stop them from coming up to the streets, they have these new colored lights on the streets so that the turtles don't think it's the moon and they stay down on the beach. Who knew that? See, y'all learned something today. You watch Paw Patrol? The turtles, no turtles on Paw Patrol. Which turtle on Paw Patrol? The dogs on Paw Patrol.
Yes, but turtles to the rescue pod, and there are monkeys up there. They're Paw Patrol.
Okay. So any other animals y'all want to talk about? I know you want to talk about sharks.
Snakes.
You want to talk about snakes? Are there snakes in St. Kitts?
Yes.
One says no, one says yes. What's the correct answer?
Yes.
Have you ever seen a snake in St. Kitts?
Yes.
So originally there were no snakes in St. Kitts, but now you can find tiny little garden snakes. There are actually some big ones now. Yeah? Okay. And what she did with it? What she did with the snake? No, you don't know. So who can tell me how the snakes got here? By the Taiwanese? No. No. Anybody knows? Anybody has a guess how snakes got here? Tell me how you think the snakes got here. The Sahara Desert? No. No, they didn't travel by sea. That's right. So when big hotels were building and people were bringing in different trees from around the world to beautify the hotels and different things like that, snakes, they had snakes in between the trees. And so when they were shipped to St. Kitts and Nevis, the snakes came out and they started multiplying. And that's how snakes came here. What's that? No. No. No, they still have snakes in St. Kitts. That's right. The mongoose, a mongoose is known to fight a snake. For true? That's right, and a king cobra is a snake. So in some places where they have snakes, where they had too many snakes, they would bring mongoose, they brought in mongoose to fight and eat the snakes. Really? Okay, so let's go down this road now. So sometimes some animals become like a pest. They eat all the food stuff and they eat all your plants and you have too many of them and it's just too many. And so we bring other animals in. You bring other animals in to eat them sometimes so that you don't have so many of the other ones. So when the snakes were being a problem, they would bring mongoose in to eat the snakes and not to destroy them, but so that you didn't have so many snakes. And so for some people, that's right. So for example, in some places, you might have certain insects that go and eat all the plants. They eat all the lettuce and they eat all the cabbage and different things like that. What animals? chickens eat all the garden stuff? No, I don't think so. So there are some insects that do that, and then a farmer might bring a different animal to eat insects. What animal eats insects? What's that? Oh, Venus flytrap, yes. And birds eat insects, and lizards eat insects, and frogs eat insects. What frogs do? Frogs eat fries? Yeah! What types of fries? Oh, frogs eat flies. So sometimes animals, you might have animals multiply so much that they start to cause trouble. So do you know what animal causes the most trouble to our farmers in St. Kitts? Monkeys. How did monkeys cause trouble for farmers? That's right, they eat the fruits and they mash up the plants and they pull up some of the plants sometimes. And yes, they do. Monkeys don't eat animals.
No, monkeys never eat animals. Monkeys are animals.
Monkey eat chicken.
So the monkeys are a problem for the farmers because they come and they eat all the fruit, all the crops. Yes.
So we want to set up things like chicken and birds. We want to get our real birds too.
Okay, if you say so.
And
yeah, so they have to set traps and they put up fences and they do different things to stop the monkeys. That's right. Some of them put electric wires, and you know, simple. So if mommy or daddy has like a garden at home, and the monkeys are eating all the plants, a simple trick to scare away the monkeys. What's a simple and what's a simple trick? What's an easy trick to scare away the monkeys? Hold on. Let somebody else answer first. Tell me. What's that? A scarecrow? Scarecrow is more for birds. Well, maybe monkeys. Maybe the scarecrow looks like Chucky. Then it'll work. A bell? A bell is one way. You know what some people do? Some people go and buy toy snakes and they tie them up in the mango trees and they tie them up in the other trees and it scares away the monkeys. So monkeys cause trouble on land. Does anybody know what animal causes trouble in the sea for our fishermen? No, not sharks. Not whales. Not snakes in the water. Snakes in the water in St. Kitts? I'll give you a hint. It's a fish. It's a type of fish. What's that? Lionfish. Have you ever seen a lionfish? Tell me how a lionfish looks. That's right. That's right. It has like some spikes. You ever seen a lionfish before? No? That's right. So it has some spikes. It has some spikes, and I think the spikes have venom in them or some kind of poison. So you have to be careful. That's right. And do you know why the lionfish? Yeah, but those are not so much a problem for the fishermen. But do you know why the lionfish? Do you know why the lionfish cause a problem for the fishermen? Newton. That's right. That's right. They're called predators. You know what predators are. So, yeah, but we're talking about lionfish now. And lionfish are predators in the sea. And they eat. That look like a big scarecrow. And the lionfish eat a lot of the fish that our fishermen go and fish for. The same fish that you like to eat. Same fish that you like to eat. Who likes to eat fish?
Me, I like salmon.
Okay, everybody tell me one fish that they like to eat.
Salmon.
You like
That's
salmon?
the only one.
What kind of fish you like?
Mahi.
Mahi. What kind of fish do you like?
That's my favorite fish. Ouch. Normal fish.
What fish?
Normal fish.
Normal. What's a normal fish? What kind of fish do you like to eat? Yeah. What kind of fish? Take off the mask so I can hear you. What kind of fish do you like to eat? Tuna fish? What kind of fish do you like? Doctor fish. What kind of fish do you like? You don't eat fish? Okay. What kind of fish do you like to eat? You don't like fish either? What about you two girls in the back? Y'all don't like fish? Oh, you like sawfish and mackerel? Okay. And what kind of fish you like? You don't like fish? Why you don't like fish? Because they're healthy? So some of these fish that you call like the doctor fish and toms and snappers and things like that, these are fish that we find in our waters here in St. Kitts and Nevis. Hold on, and the lionfish go and eating all of those fish, and the lionfish multiply quickly. Maybe if it's a baby swordfish, how about that?
No,
Your hand is up.
Fish is the corals, so it will destroy the sea. That's where sharks come and eat them.
The fish destroy the coral?
They don't destroy.
No, the fish don't really. They eat what after?
The algae.
Not the allergy, the algae. Algae. Some people say algae, some people say algae. Right, I know what algae is like, the moss and little, right, moss and little, they're actually little microorganisms and tiny animals like, and they eat that. That's what the fish eat. Some fish eat that. So lionfish are predators, so they eat other fish, but those other fish eat algae and seaweed and little insects and crabs that are found in the reefs. And okay, so now you're talking about reefs. Why are reefs important? To keep the sea. Well, not the sharks, but the reefs are important for a lot of different reasons. So the reefs are homes. They're homes for a lot of different fish that we like to eat. They also protect the beaches. So, like which fish? Yes, these are fish, and these are fish by a reef, and so they provide food for the fish, and the reefs protect the beaches and the land from the seawater. So when you have hurricanes and heavy sea, the reefs act as a barrier, so it stops the big waves from coming into the land sometimes. What's that? Small waves get over, but the big waves, it stops the big waves from coming in and destroying the beaches and the land. Oh, now you remember which fish you like. So, all right. So, what other sea creatures are there in the ocean? Hold on. One at a time. Stingrays, yes. Octopus. Squid. Tell me an animal in this. I can't hear with your mask. Eels. What? You tell me. Crabs, that's right. Squid. Oh, okay. You see, you're teaching me. What other animals are there in the sea? Piranha is a fish. What other animals are there in the sea? Turtles. Other than fish. Lobsters. A shark? No, but a shark is a fish. A shark. What mammal lives in the sea? A whale. That's right. And what? Dolphins. That's right. There are dolphins in St. Kitts. Anybody ever seen a dolphin in St. Kitts? Swimming? Oh yes, at the water park, but you never been on a boat and seen one? Never gone on the ferry to Nevis and see a dolphin swimming in the water? You see a lot? And let's see, what other animals do we see here in St. Kitts and Nevis in the sea? We see dolphins, and we see turtles. See turtles, and we see stingrays. You ever seen a stingray in the sea? I saw one at Cockleshell Beach 2 weeks ago, and it jumped up out of the sea. It was right by the beach, and it jumped up out of the water, and it spun around in the air, and it went back down. You seen an octopus in St. Kitts? Starfish, that's right.
But you call it a sea star.
That's right, you can call it a sea star. And what other animals do we see in the, tell me, what other animals you see? You see a seahorse, yes, they have seahorses in St. Kitts. What else? We said turtles already. We said crabs, we said lobsters. Tell me. What's that? Jellyfish, you have jellyfish here. I don't like jellyfish though, I'm afraid of jellyfish. No. And what else do we have? What other animals do we have here in St. Kitts in the sea?
Walker.
What?
Walker.
Oh, he said that, yes.
But a walker is a kind of whale.
That's right.
But you don't have any other because you're
And so what else? What other animals and creatures you find in the sea here in St. Kitts and Nevis? What about those little ones on the rocks and shells? Who knows what those are called? Wilks. You're close. Wilks. You all ever seen those little black shells on the rocks? Right. And you have urchins. You have different urchins. A sea urchin. Who knows what a sea urchin is? Right. It looks like a little black ball with spikes. But you can't step on them. If you step on it, it's trouble. Oh, yeah, you mean, you're talking about fire, you mean the fire coral? Right. Oh, okay. Okay, but have you ever seen fire coral? You know what fire coral is? Fire, you know what coral, you know what the coral is and coral reef? Well, there's some coral, it's orange, like a bright orange, and it's called fire coral. And if you touch it, it can give you like a rash, and you have to go to the hospital. Yeah, you can't touch it. Hold on, tell me, frogfish? What's a frogfish? Well, if it's a fish, then it doesn't have legs. Fish don't have legs. So maybe it's a frog. Oh, I know what you mean. But they have those in St. Kitts?
I don't know.
Yeah, seahorse. You're making up now, you know. You're making up now, you know. This is one that you find in St. Kitts? No, you find iguanas in the sea?
Yes.
Iguanas in the sea? Well, you all teaching me today. I've only ever seen iguanas on land. You see a pufferfish? Yes. Oh, yeah, it blows. Tell me, you had your hand up? No? So you see all the different animals that they have in St. Kitts and Nevis?
He was saying iguana, he was saying marine iguana.
Oh, marine iguana, okay.
That's where, but they eat red seaweed.
Okay, so let's come back on the land now.
Yeah.
Who has seen a deer in St. Kitts?
Yeah, deer. Like a reindeer, like
Where you saw a deer in St. Kitts? Where? You saw a deer on the beaches? Okay. Where have you seen a deer in St. Kitts? In the forest. Which forest? But you saw it? Okay. You find a lot of deer over on the Southeast Peninsula.
Santa Claus have a reindeer, what they
Yeah, but these not reindeer. What's that?
Santa Claus is real and reindeers are real.
Yeah, but Santa Claus, yeah, but we don't have those reindeer here. We have a different type of deer here. Don't ask me the name of the deer because I don't know the type of deer. But I know it's not reindeer. Reindeer are much bigger. And what else do we have here in St. Kitts? Do we have leopards in St. Kitts? Do we have tigers in St. Kitts? We have tigers in St. Kitts? Do we have elephants in St. Kitts? But I saw elephant yesterday in Sandy Point. Current went, so I can't see without the current. The current went in the night. Do we have coyotes in St. Kitts? Do we have wolves in St. Kitts? No. Do we have buffaloes in St. Kitts? No, we don't have buffaloes. Do we have horses in St. Kitts? And horses. And donkeys? And what else do we have in St. Kitts? Do we have moss what? You're making up animals now, you know.
I think he was going to say mustard.
We have what animals do we have in St. Kitts? We have dogs and we have cats, but what animals do we find in the wild? We have wild boars, like big pigs with tusks. Not really warthogs. Warthogs are smaller. That's right. Pumbaa was one. And we have snakes in St. Kitts now. And we have monkeys. And what else do you have in the wild? Mongoose. We have geese. We have turkeys, that's right. Has anybody ever seen a peacock in St. Kitts? That's right, that's right. And what else? And what do we call the brown pelicans?
National bird.
That's the national bird. And what do we call them? What's the nickname we give them?
Brown pelican.
No, what's the nickname for the booby? That's right. And where the boobies nest? Where in St. Kitts and Nevis do the boobies nest? Yes, the birds and the nest, and where they lay the eggs.
And then Booby Island.
Booby Island, that's right. And where's Booby Island? Where's Booby Island? Where's Booby Island? Yes, it's off the coast. That's right, it's between St. Kitts and Nevis. And is it really an island? It's a big rock. A big rock that comes out of the sea.
Yeah, and so when they get older, the street
When they,
get older.
that's right. When they hatch, they fly between St. Kitts and Nevis, and they need training. No, well, they learn that they're natural. They fly by instinct. So the same way when you're a baby, and you start to crawl, and then you start to walk. Same way they have instincts where they start to flap and they realize, well, we can't walk properly, but we have these big wings, and they flap and they figure out how to fly.
But I mean, you said
But they don't understand rocks. Sometimes you see them down on the beach, on the Bay Road. You might see one on a boat, just relaxing and liming. That's right. And so what else do we have in St. Kitts? We have seagulls, that's right. And we have egrets. Do you know what an egret is?
Yeah.
What color is an egret?
White and black.
And what animals do you see egrets by? What animals do you see the egrets by? You see the white bird? What animals do you see the white bird on?
Cows.
On a cow. You never seen an egret on a cow? On the back of a cow?
Yeah.
And what does the egret do on the back of the cow?
Eat the ticks.
That's right, eat ticks. I think this masquerade is alive, you know. I mean the clown, that's right, there's a clown. You're paying attention. I think this clown alive, you know.
It's not. It's just the wind.
It keeps dancing.
It's
Who knows how to dance like a clown? Let me see. You can do it? Dance like the clown. Show us. Show us how the clown dances. Okay, you can dance like a masquerade. Who knows how to dance like a masquerade? Dance like a masquerade, let me see.
He's a masquerade. Which one is a masquerade?
Something like that. That's a good. Give him a clap. Anybody else knows how to dance like a masquerade?
Hey, there's a picture up there.
I think the next time we have carnival, y'all should be dressed like masquerades and clowns. And look. And what does a clown carry with him? A what?
A whip.
A whip. Remember the clown has a whip.
Yeah.
That's right. And what does the masquerade have?
A whip and a tomahawk.
A tomahawk. A tomahawk. Yes, that's right. That's right. So we're going into folklore now. So we're talking about folklore now. So we spoke about the clowns and the masquerades.
You forgot the bull.
That's right. We had the bull. Yeah. And what characters? Who plays in the bull troupe? What are the different people in the bull troupe? You have the doctor. You have the police. You have the bull. Who else? The dog. Who else? Anybody missing? That's the bull. Sure.
The bull gets the injection.
Right. And the owner. You have the owner, the bull. That's right. Okay, so we spoke about the clowns and the masquerades and the bull. Anybody else? What about the actors? You ever seen actors?
Yes.
And what do the actors do? Right, they do like gymnastics and they jump over the forks. And forks. They have these big forks that they use, that the farmers use, and they run off and they do flips over the forks. No, they're real. So you have to be really good to be an actor. And what else they do? That's right. Any other folklore troops you have in St. Kitts and Nevis? What's that? The bands? No, the band's not a part of folklore. Folklore like the costumes and those kinds of things. Some they have some called mummies. They have some called mummies. Not the mummy that you're thinking about. Not the one that wraps up in the white. They have different mummies. And what's that? But if you shut the windows, we can be hot. we soon finish. Y'all ready to wrap up? So when you leave here, where are you going?
Dance class.
So you're going to dance class, and where are you going?
Dance class, home.
You're going home? You're going to your computer to play games. And which game you're going to play when you get home?
When I go home, I'm gonna play Super Mario World.
Anybody going to eat?
No?
No?
No more snakes. I can't eat snakes. I don't eat snakes.
What do we eat on Saturdays in St. Kitts and Nevis?
Chicken.
Chicken?
Yes.
No. What's that? Cook up. And what else we normally eat on Saturdays in St. Kitts? Not burgers. Goat water. And what else? Cook up and goat water and saltfish and johnny cake sometimes. Beer? You eat beer or you drink beer? You do drink beer? You do drink beer? No, you don't drink no beer. I know your mommy don't give you no beer. And what else we eat on Saturdays? Johnny cakes and black pudding. Who likes black pudding? Oh, you love that one. And bullfoot soup. No, you don't like that?
I like it.
And sauce. No, sauce. You know, who knows what sauce is? Sauce is like a soup made from like pig's feet. I don't like it either. You. And what else we eat on Saturdays in St. Kitts? No, we don't eat shafts. So it's cook up and goat water and bullfoot soup and black pudding and sauce. And some adults drink beer, yes. KFC? KFC?
Yes.
KFC is not traditional food.
Well, some people still eat it on Saturdays. But it tastes nice. Sometimes you eat chicken once in a while.
Well, you get chicken in the cook-up.
If that chicken is
Sometimes.
that chicken is
The chicken not as good as KFC chicken. No. But the chicken your mommy cook at home not better than KFC? You better say yes. You better say yes, otherwise you can get in trouble. No. That's right, conky. It's kind of, well, it's soft, that's right.
You mean conch?
No, but people eat conchs too.
I eat conch soup tastes nice.
Conch soup, yeah. And what when they eat the conky, what do they get? What do they wrap the conky in?
Banana leaves.
That's right, banana leaves. And they wrap the KFC in the banana leaves too?
No, they're chicken and box.
Y'all know too much about KFC, you know.
And they give you soda.
And you get a soda?
Yeah, KFC soda.
So y'all doing about Uncle T's and Ready Fry and all of those too? And Burger King. You know about the local restaurants?
Fisherman's Wharf.
Fisherman's Wharf, Taranga. What kind of food they serve at Taranga? Indian food. Oh, you like butter chicken? Okay, y'all like to eat, eh? And boozies, y'all eat out a lot, eh?
What about on Sundays?
What you eat on Sundays?
Pancakes.
You eat pancakes for breakfast or you eat pancakes for your lunch?
Pancakes for breakfast. My mommy used to make hungry jack pancakes.
Okay. Right, and pumpkin fritters. And banana fritters. And my grandma used to put raisins in them. You don't like raisins? Oh, okay. So, you all had a good time today? And we can come back and read a story again? And talk again? What kind of story are you going to do next time? You want another Nancy story? What kind of story you want next time? Adventure story? What kind of story you want us to read next time? A scary story? Yeah? You want goosebumps? About gamers? You like your video games, eh? Alright, so next time we'll come and we will figure out what story. It might be an Nancy. I'll make it a surprise. It might be an Nancy. It might be a scary story. But everybody knows Little Red Riding Hood. It might be a Chucky story. It might be a Goosebumps story. It might be a funny story. What we call funny stories? Comedies. That's right. Alright, well, thank you guys for spending time with me. Let's give everybody a big round of applause. And so that remember everybody, when we come next time, everybody tell me their names. What's your name? What's your name? And what's your name? Grayson, what's your name? And what's your names? What's your name? And what's yours? And what's my name? That's right, but you could call me Jonel. All right. Well, thank you for coming. Bye, and see you again next time.